Today I will host Carla. She is entrepreneur and she has her own brand. In this podcast I will share you all of her biggest dream, knowledge, her past, why she chose to be entrepreneur, why she chose to be have own brand, and why she is struggling. And I really want that podcast will helpful for you, for your business, or if you are struggling, if you don't have any motivation, this podcast is for you. Our beautiful guest, Carla. Hi, how are you?
Thank you. I am doing very well. How are you doing?
Thanks for asking. I'm doing well, Alhamdulillah.
First, before everything, I want to thank you so much for being a guest, being your first guest on the podcast. It's a pleasure
It's
to
my
be
pleasure.
here.
And for introduction, um, who is Carla?
Who is Carla? Well, that's a great question. Carla is, I've never really thought about this like in any specific way. Carla is a young girl, 19-year-old, who has a high desire to achieve a lot in life. She has a lot of goals and is always ready to take on challenges and trying new things in life. She is mainly focused on getting the freedom in life that she has always wanted. She's mainly focused on getting the freedom and helping to support her family and rescuing herself from this society, from this government, from this all trap and everything. I am just trying to you know, reach to the level where I feel the freedom, basically.
Um, it is like deep answer, so
That's a deep
deep.
answer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it makes to think, right? So Carla, based on your answer, deep answer, I'm thinking about your biggest dream. What is your biggest dream?
My biggest dream, I would say that at the moment, all I can think about is rescuing myself and my family, so making my own family and parents proud. And not just and only that, I am more like, I want to be able to leave something behind, like a legacy, something big behind my name.
Yeah.
Like, after I die, after I go under the ground, I don't want to be just listed as one of the, let's say, normal people or even well known people or any of that. I just want to be able to leave something behind on my name. Because if I don't do that, I would feel like I don't have any meaning in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I am mainly just focused on just making my own parents proud. I want to show them something before it's too late, before they're gone.
Yeah,
That's
like
my dream.
this is also related to us as a girl. Um,
Yeah.
we are trying to do something when we die, when we are on the underground, but there is still our names, our brands, our like
Exactly.
even if we die, but we are still alive. This is our purpose, right? Yeah. And right now, what are you working on?
Right now, what I'm working on, well, right
Yeah.
now I am. To me, there's a plenty of things I am working on at the moment. One of them is basically preparing myself for getting to university. I am gonna go study abroad next year, and I'm
Oh,
trying to
really?
yeah, next year. hopefully next spring, but if not spring, then autumn. And the other thing is that I am also working on my own jewelry bracelet brand. I just recently got finished with the website. I made it all by myself. It's called Adore. What inspired me to do so was just like I was thinking about having my own brand anyway at some point. And this is not the only brand that I want to own. Maybe in the future I will own something even bigger. I hope so. I will just have to put some work and effort towards it. But I got inspired by the universe and the space, the moon, all the planets, because there is so much more out there that we don't know about. And there's something different about it. Like I don't know if it of course depends on the people, but for me, like whenever I look at the moon, I feel some sort of energy. It's really beautiful. It's something different. It makes me feel alive. And that kind of like inspired me to get the idea of doing bracelets and like naming the bracelets with different planets and stars. For example, this is a good example. I am wearing one of my bracelets right now. It's titanium and silver material, but I also have a gold plated one. I don't know if you can
Oh,
see it
wow.
that
Oh, I
Adore.
see. Adore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Silver Star, and the gold plated one it's called Golden Star. And this is first, yes, you have to order it, and then I will make it, prepare it, and then sell it. The thing is, I have prepared a lot of bracelets at the moment, but they still need to be prepared more because I have made kind of like this, like an agreement with someone that if I like keep ordering from them, I will send them my designs. I will tell them how I want my bracelets to be, like how I want my bracelet to be designed. They will prepare it for me, and if I keep ordering from them, they will give me a discount basically. So I will keep ordering from them. I will keep sending my designs. They will make the bracelets for me, and they will give me a discount for all the preparation and everything. It's like this producer that is going to make my bracelets for me and then send them to me. That's the kind of
So,
deal that I have
if it's
made.
no secret, how much it costs?
That's something I will always keep it to myself. I don't share the prices of producing my bracelets or any of that. Or do you mean the
Like,
prices of my bracelets?
okay, do not tell the exact price, but the how much it costs, like around how much, like 100 to 200 or more expensive.
It's not more than it's not less than it's not less than 50 euros, but it's not more than 200 euros. That's
Okay,
all.
okay, that's
So it's like
that's
something
good.
in between. Yeah.
Announcement. If someone excited to buy Carla's brand bracelets, as you can see, guys, this is look it looks so good, and I love them. It's look Cartier, but it's like the Carla's brand. And if you are excited and if you want to buy it, I will share the link right below, and you can just order this something else, like something else.
Something, yeah, of course, I would appreciate that. And yes, whenever, like, the link will be there, the website is open. Any order that comes, I will accept it and I will prepare the bracelets and everything. I would say that the bracelets are like kind of like everyday use. I use it every day. Since I made my own bracelet brand, I haven't used any other bracelets. It's always my
Yeah.
own. And these are not like the only selections that I have. There's more out there. But if you check the website, then you can see it more. And I also am preparing this another design for mail. It's not on the website yet, but it's coming there soon. I just have to be taking the time to take the pictures and photos for the male's bracelet. I still have it right there in my room. My other room is kind of like my office. I do the work in there and everything. I have my bracelets in there, but I have the male's bracelet. I'm just working on it at the moment.
What are you doing for your personal brand?
For my personal brand,
Like, where do you
well,
announcing your brand?
well,
Um,
I'm more and mainly like
are you
focused
working
on.
with the public figures? This is what I'm asking.
The question is that am I working with public figures? Well, sometimes, but rarely, to be honest, because I am more kind of like independent when it comes to that. I want to be able to bring myself out there by myself. But of course, networking and working with other people, other influencers or public figures is also really important. It's a part of the plan. It's like a part of the job, you know? You have to do it. And I will be start doing that probably for sure. I will start contacting more people and working with other people. To be honest, there has been a couple of people, couple of influencers who have had the interest in working with me and doing business with me or doing affiliate marketing for them, which I have agreed to, but it's still in process. We haven't done much for it. To be honest, I haven't had enough time to do it because there's so much going on at the moment in my life and I'm trying to organize it and manage my time to do everything correctly. I don't want to rush everything. But mainly like I said, I am mainly focused on social media, on Instagram. I am trying to like bring something valuable and show myself, show the skills that I have to the people. I want to be able to support people and help people who are in need. I, like I said, I want to leave something valuable behind. I think that's really important.
Yeah,
But I also
I
have a
agree with
YouTube
you.
channel. I am just not as much active in there. But I'm
Oh,
thinking about
really?
starting my own blog and just uploading more videos on YouTube as well as reels on Instagram.
Like, sometimes if we want to upload something, but sometimes we don't have time to do it, right? Like
Exactly.
editing video, like it's a hard stuff and harsh truth. It's I think, and I guess you totally 100%, and I will be your subscriber. And
Well, I already am your subscriber. I gotta raise my hand.
thank you so much. It's so sweet. And as you mentioned before, like your website,
Mm.
did you learn about to coding or did you order to do your website or is it your personal website? Like you're doing everything by your side?
So when I say the website, I was mainly talking about the bracelet website, the shop basically. Uh, I did it on Shopify, just like almost every other entrepreneur do in the beginning of their own brand when they are preparing the website for their brand, of course. It's the easiest way, I would say, and I totally recommend it as well. It really helped me a lot. So on the website, it's mainly focused on the bracelet. It's only for the bracelets. I don't have a personal website for myself, but I am planning on doing like another link tree. I think that's what it's called. Link tree. Where I can make my own blog website so I can like upload like my daily life videos or journals or everything like that so people will get to know more about me and all of the links to my Instagram and YouTube as well. so that people will have
That sounds
the
good.
way to contact me and find me on social medias.
Uh, that's good. And I have a question. As you mentioned, you are preparing for university soon. Um, like where you want to do study?
Uh, it's a bit of a long story, but I can start by saying that I got accepted in the beginning of this year to many different countries, many universities. One of them was London, and then there was Spain, and even Dubai. And I rejected almost all of them except the Dubai one. Dubai is still valid because I have a scholarship which kind of like expires by the beginning of next year. So it's still on. But I'm just thinking that it's not the right timing for me to go to Dubai because, of course, it's really good to take on challenges and everything, but I think that I am not prepared to do that. And I don't want to rush it too much too early. If you know what I mean. Of course, the goal is to move to Dubai and live there and try new things and have a great high value network and meet people, talk to people, start your own business in there and do all kind of things that could help you reach your goals and succeed in life. But I think it's a little bit too early for me to do that. I would say that I am planning to go to study to Germany, but if I got accepted to a couple of schools in Germany, but at the same time, it's still not 100% sure. I want to move to Germany and I want to study there because I got accepted to the universities, but I also want to have open options. I am planning on applying to Switzerland as well, and Austria, Belgium, Netherlands as well. Those are like the kind of like the top countries that I could study at. I'm more like I want to study in Europe, that's for sure. At least the
Mm.
bachelor's degree, and then I can do the master's in Dubai, maybe. We will see. But I would say that Germany is like my top first option because I was born in Germany, have a lot of background, and my siblings studied in Germany, but I didn't, so I kind of like want to. It would be great for me.
Which education did you choose? Like to study like finance or business or being doctor?
Doctor, no. It always has to
Doctor,
be
no.
no. It's not my thing, no. Um,
Uh,
I remember, you know how it is in the family when they're like, oh, like, you should be a doctor. What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to be a doctor? I'm like, no, 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 thank you.
no, no. Yeah, I see, I see.
Um, I want to study business management, and if I can do double major, I want to do business and law. Because when I was younger, I really wanted to study law, but then I realized that it might not be the right choice if I want to be able to like work in different countries, if I want to move around and work from different places. Being a lawyer is a bit tricky because the law is different in every country.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Business is my next
But
option.
lawyers make more money.
Yeah, of course. But it's not always about the degree. You don't have to even go to university to, let's say, succeed in life. But it's
Right.
different, you know. I want to study. If I could choose, I would love to study double major, business and law, because I really wanted to study law. But if I can not do double major, double degree, then I would just stick to business management.
After bachelor,
Yeah.
do you want to get MBA or do you want to just stop studying for
Honestly, it
magister?
all depends on the situation. I think, at least for now, I will love to study masters as well later on to continue my studies. And like I said, if I want to study masters, I will love to do it in Dubai.
Why
But
Dubai?
if just because in the beginning I still wanted to study in Dubai, but
Right.
like I said, I am not ready to go there alone. It's too early and I don't want to rush. So it's like it would be kind of like an easy loophole to get into Dubai with the studies, basically.
Yeah,
Even if it's only for the study time. It's something that I want to experience.
I agree. Yeah, I see.
So it all depends
And
on the situation. If it's a good timing and if I'm ready for it, then yes, I will love to continue masters. But if it feels too frustrating, then I might stop the studies in bachelor.
okay, now next question. I received one question
Yeah.
when I asked on Instagram, and one of your follower asked me to ask the question like, what do you think about university degree? So I know you want to bachelor degree and also magister degree, but you think it is important or it does not? What do you think? Because like
Medicine.
we know there's a people um who get the both degree, but still they have not any work to do, like job even, because of there is a jobless in USA. But there is a people who have not get even bachelor degree, even they didn't go to the school, but they are billionaire, like millionaire even. What do you think about degree?
Think about degree in general.
Yes, yeah, in general, like what do you think?
Well, like you said, and as you can see nowadays, you don't even have to have a university degree to get a good job or to become, let's say, rich or to become a millionaire, to become a successful person. I would say that having a degree has nothing to do about that.
Yeah,
Because, like you said, there are some people who have double degrees, like so many degrees. Let's say, for example, medicine and law or business and law, but they still don't have a good job and they are still broke and they don't know what to do in life. I would say that degree does not define your future. Having a degree does not matter that much. Yes, uh, as a young person, when you really want to achieve a lot in life, for example, if you, from, let's say me, for example, I am trying to work part-time sometimes right now. I work in a restaurant. I am working because I want to save money just to have the little money in extra, So I can do crypto, I can do, let's say, trading, I can put the money on my own bracelet business. Just as an example, I am working more to have the little extra income so I can buy assets from that and the assets will benefit me. It's not about, I think it's more about the mindset. It's more about how strong is your mind and if you are strong and capable enough to do something different that can make you achieve in life, like help you achieve your goals in life. For example, if you're independent and you have a sharp mind and you're capable of taking challenges, you want to take challenges. You want something different in life. You can start your own business and you can succeed with that without even having a degree. You can do so much nowadays, and you don't even have to work. Or just, for example, a phone. There are so many people, so many consumers using their phone and not taking it in advantage, not using it like it's a benefit, you know?
Yeah.
You can do so much with your phone. You can become an influencer, just like we are doing right now. We want to start our own personal branding, so we will become more well known on social media so we can share the value we have online. You can do that very easily nowadays. There's like hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of influencers online who are making money, so much money, and so fast, like every day. And they don't even have a degree or anything. I don't say that having a degree really matters. It does not define your future. The only thing that really defines your future is your mindset, because your mind is making you taking different kinds of actions, whether if it's a good action or a bad action. Yeah.
Totally agree. Totally.
Thank you. Well, I think that's my opinion, of course. But some people
That's your
might
opinion.
think it
Okay.
way.
But why you choose to study, to have degree? Just because you love to study, or is there any reason like networking with people or to get something advantage? Like uh, why you
Um,
make this decision? What make you to make this decision?
well, there is a couple of reasons that made me come to this decision, but the first thing is, of course, I want to study. I want to, and there's a difference. Some people would
Yeah.
rather die than study, you know that. Some people hate study, really, so much. But I want to have that experience. I want to go to university and be a student in there. I just want to. It's a personal thing, you know? And I'm not exactly sure why, but I want to. Another thing is that I don't like none of my, let's say, family members have been in university. So it really would mean a lot to me if I would be the first one who goes and studies in university. I remember when I
Oh,
was young, I promised myself to study in university, and I am not letting my younger self down. I cannot disappoint her, so I'm keeping my promise on that.
wow. I got to know.
Yeah.
This is the dream.
Of course. I
Yeah.
mean, I always have felt like I am a bit different, like an outsider in the family. Even no matter how small the thing is. For example, a good example is that all of my family members, they speak German very well, like fluently. They studied in Germany, but then even though I was born in Germany, I am still very weak when it comes to the language. I am not that good when it comes to talking German, you know? So I always felt like I'm
Yeah.
in the corner, like an outsider, like I am different, like we don't think the same, you know?
I think in family, a little child will be different because I'm also a little child in the family. You are also.
Yeah. And it's
Yes,
of
we are
course always
different, and that's
for that.
great.
Yeah. I mean, always say that it's always great to be different than other people, because think about how boring this world would be if everyone would be the same.
Not boring, sure. And you said you can speak German language, if you are
Uh,
not like the fluently, but say something in German language. Just introduce
that's a good
yourself
point
in
because
German.
um I really do get a lot of stress, and I get like this high pressure whenever I need to talk German because I am really, really weak when it comes to German language. I studied German for more than 3, 4 years. Everyone speaks German at home. My siblings speak German. And I understand. That's not the problem, though. The problem is the talking part. It's
Yeah,
way too
more
challenging.
difficult. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I understand you.
I can
It's the
say
same
that,
thing in my Arabic language. Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's like the same thing for me as well. Like I understand a lot of Arabic words, or if someone talks to me in Arabic, I I understand it. But then I cannot talk, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a hard feeling, you know.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
Yeah, understandable.
this is a challenge for me that I will have to learn. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my goals to learn how to speak fluently German, and I will come to that part soon. I will. I have to. Doesn't matter if it's after 5 years, I will. There will come a day when I can speak fluently German.
But I think when you went to the Germany, I think you will be fluent in 1 year because you want to study, right?
Yeah,
And it's not a
exactly.
big
That's
deal for
also
you.
the reason. That's also one of the reasons why I want to go to Germany to study because it will
Yeah.
help me to improve with the language.
Yes, right. And one thing I really love about you is you really love to study, you know, you are keeping to study, learning, educating yourself. And this is like, I love this thing about you. And I'm really proud of you that you even know that the university degree, mm, uh, like, it's not nothing, like nothing to do with your business stuff or entrepreneur career, but you choose to study. It's a big deal, and I'm really proud of you. And I wish you the best, all the best. And but even you are doing the best.
Just something about me. Like if I really want to do something, then I will do it. That's one thing about me. I really, really want to study, and I am still not exactly sure what the correct reason is for that, but I just want to. I have a high ambition to do so, and that's what I'm gonna do. But thank you for
Right.
your beautiful words
And
once again.
okay, now hard question.
Question.
So you mentioned you love to study and you love to improve yourself. So what's your last book that you read?
I love that. I love that question. I love that question. I will be straight honest right now. I'm sitting in my kitchen table
Okay.
because uh, I have a lot of packing and I didn't find the right place to sit and have this podcast to record myself. I am packing because I'm moving away to another apartment. But on this table right now, I have a couple of things.
It cannot be
First,
excuse, you know, it cannot be excuse.
no, 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 no. I'm telling you the last book that I was reading. So, I have
Okay.
my notebook in here. I have this wooden straw because I made some matcha latte for myself, but I didn't even start drinking it. And
Yeah, feel
then
free. You can drink.
thank you. I will do that soon. And then I have this psychology of money book. And the thing is,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had this book for a really, really long time, but because I was so, so busy, I didn't have the time to do it at all. I didn't have the time to read it to finish it. But lately, for the couple of days, I have been reading 79 pages, 79 pages of Psychology of Money. And it's really, really, truly helping me to understand the meaning of money. It tells different stories. It talks about greed and wealth and happiness, and how to like kind of like determine money, because money is kind of like just an object that comes and goes, and it keeps like changing in different decades, you know, because for example, back in the days, we didn't even have money, we didn't have pennies, we were just giving exchanging bread with each other, you know, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. There was no money. And then there came like different kind of exchanges and coins, and then there came credit cards. We started using credit cards every day, and then there's Bitcoin.
The best thing that you read on this book, the best highlighting, can you read it? Or do you know exactly what it says?
Um, like I said, I haven't finished the book yet. I'm not even halfway through.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that really kind of like were
One of the
getting
best. Just
into my mind. But one of the best, it's in chapter 3, I would say. It says, never enough when rich people do crazy things. Something that really like is stuck in my mind is the fact that, you know, when you achieve something, when you're rich, for example, you get a lot of money. It makes you want to make more and more and more. It makes you want to risk all your money because you think that that's gonna make you get more, you know? But
yeah.
you have to learn when to stop. You have to know when it's enough. You have to know how much risk you want to take. For example, if you have a millions of dollars, $1 million, you cannot risk all of it. You cannot risk all of it. You have to save at least half percent of it,
Yeah.
like 60% of it before you risk it all, and then you will lose it all. You have to know when it's enough. When you are comfortable in your life, when you know that you are financially free, then it's enough. You don't have to become a billionaire. If you are a millionaire, in my opinion, I think that's enough. Because you have the money, you have the ability to do so much. It of course depends on the people. But that really affected me a lot. Like it's stuck in my mind. You have to be grateful and you have to know that it's enough. So you will not risk all
Right.
of it and lose all of it. You have to be grateful and know when it's enough. I keep repeating that. That's
No,
something that
like
really,
um
yeah,
that's right. Like it's the wrong mindset when you cannot control your how can I say, like in Arabic it's nafs. So
like
like
emotions and feelings, like,
being hungry to the money, it's like wrong mindset, I
yeah,
think. And if you cannot, like I know already read this book, and the thing that there is mentioned, I think, about the person, I think, um he gained more, he made more money, but with his wrong mindset, he lost everything what he
ex-
gained.
exactly. And the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
person
This is the
with the
wrong mindset.
right
Yeah,
mindset was became even more successful. And that's something like I always think about, that you should be like we all should be really grateful for everything that we have, because there
yeah,
are some people who don't even have like a warm place to sleep at or warm food to eat every day. So I personally am really grateful for that. For example, I am grateful for having a good home. I am grateful for like being able to take different kind of a risk, you know, in life. because God gave us the ability, the chance, the opportunity to take control of our life, because the future is in our hands and we can do whatever we want. And I think that's really beautiful. Like, think about how beautiful it is that we can control our own life. We can decide how we want our future to be like. And we can take actions and decisions that lead us there. I think that's really beautiful. And I always say that I'm really grateful for that. And
Yeah,
even when it
it's
comes to,
beautiful.
like, I wouldn't say that money is everything. I wouldn't say that. With money, you can get a lot of stuff that is helping you to survive in life and make you happy. But money is just an object. And we have to learn when it's enough. We should not be that hungry and want more and more and more.
Right. And in the book says, I don't know which chapter, but there is saying, don't aim to be rich, aim to be wealthy. Wealth,
Exactly.
it's the money you save and invest. It's assets you own. And that's the thing people do not see. And right, like,
That's it's correct. That's right. Focus on today, on this moment right now.
yeah.
That's what you meant.
And so if you're talking about money and books and entrepreneurship, it's a relatable topic to each other. And as you are entrepreneur, how you will imagine yourself after 5 years?
Last time I thought about
Please be
this question,
honest, by the way.
yeah, of course, of course. The last time I thought about this question, I even wrote it down on my journaling book.
Oh,
It was like 6 months ago, maybe. So basically half a year ago. It was quite a while ago, like a long time ago.
okay.
After 5 years, I would imagine myself, I wouldn't say being rich. I wouldn't say being rich because I would consider that, for example, me and you, we are rich because we have a home, we have a family, we have people
Yes,
who
you
care
are.
about us, food, we have a warm place to sleep at and everything, like I said earlier as well. But I would say I would imagine myself making my own parents proud. I would imagine myself having a good university degree, having my own business, my own company. Uh, of course, the goal is to buy my mother a house because that's all she ever has wanted. So I am like imagining myself doing that really well. That's something really that's like all the time sticking into my mind. I am imagining myself being financially free. I don't have any problems when it comes to money or bills or loans, or I'm not in debt or any of that. I want to be, I am financially free. I am finished
Yeah.
with school, I have a good degree, and I am helping my own parents. I am working on my own business, I have my own company. And let's say after 10 years, after 10 years, I would imagine myself to even help my own siblings, to help them achieve their dreams. No matter what it is, it could be buying them a car, or it could be, owning a mansion or any of that. But that's not something I am kind of like dreaming about. I'm only dreaming about the freedom for myself and for my family. I don't want to worry about, oh, I have this bill, I have to pay for this. I don't want my family to worry about that, and I don't want my future kids to worry about that.
As you mentioned about your family and you want to buy house for your mother, and it sounds you are really love your family. And I want to ask about your childhood, because
Like,
the loving family, to loving family, it's a big thing, and uh, the childhood leads to being pro family. If I am saying right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand what you're trying to say. Um, it's a bit of a long story, but I would say that family is my first priority before anything. Family is on top of my head. It's the first before anything for me. Without my family, I wouldn't be here. That's what I can say. I would say that, um, like I said, I was always like kind of like really different. I always felt like an outsider in the family. And my family, my siblings have always been there, which I am so grateful for. I have always appreciated them for everything, and they are still every day helping me, uh, inspiring me, and even admiring me for what I do right now. Like they are really supportive with everything, every little thing. They have helped me through so much. When I have been sick, when I have had the low times in my life, when I needed the support, every little small or big thing, they always happened there. When I was a child, when I was younger, my siblings always had their own life. They were always like either studying or working or doing their own thing. And of course, they, like I said, they have been supporting me a lot. They always found the time to be there for me. But I always felt like I was alone. And I always felt like I wanted to grow up so fast because I wanted to spend the time with them and everything. And my mom has been really sick ever since I was born. But that's a different story. So I was always like, I was so attached to my mother. I always wanted to be with my mother, but a lot of times she was in the hospital and just very sick and weak. And that's like,
May
I
Allah
kind of
give her
feel like,
health.
inshallah, I really am praying so every day, every night. My mother is really important to me.
Yeah.
I am not sure how I can survive with with my mother, but it's
Right.
harsh truth, but that's how it is. That's the truth. That's the
Yes, it
reality.
is
Everyone's
what it
gonna
is.
leave at
Yes.
some point, and we have to be strong towards it.
But like, to have the good childhood, supportive family, it's a gift.
It's
All of your
definitely,
family, your siblings, your father and mother are with you, and it's a
yeah,
blessing.
it's definitely a huge blessing. That's the one thing I am always grateful for. I would not, never, ever in my life change my family for everything. It's always the first priority before anything else. Anything for my family, I would say. And like I said, my family has always been there for me and really supportive, but I always kind of like felt like I was more independent. I moved on my own. I was really young, and none of my siblings has done that before. I was like the youngest who like moved on my own. Of course, they helped me and everything, but I always felt like I was independent and I wanted to do things on my own way. I even
Yeah.
started my own jewelry brand and I decided to move abroad to study. I am taking care of my own apartment, my own house, my own job and work and studies and everything. But yeah, like my relationship with my family members, with my siblings has been really close. I remember I was even like 10, 12 years old. Like, if you think about it, I was a kid, but like I wasn't that small. I was 10, 12 years old, but my older brothers still like they were picking me up and holding me like because I was the youngest and that's like
Yeah.
how our love is. Like we really
Right.
know in what kind of situation we are, no matter how old we are still like the love is
Yeah.
this. Just I would say.
So we talk about childhood, and your childhood was amazing and full of blessings, as you have father and mother and your siblings, also supportive family. I really happy to hear. Like, role model is your mother, and I want to ask, how did you ever imagine you as a mother, and how mother you want to be in the future? Because there is the life except the entrepreneurship or business, and there is also our life, our family, our future family, husband, children, etc., right? And the question is, how would you expecting yourself as a mother?
I I of course always have dreamed about having my own family in the future, having my own kids, and being a great mother to my own kids. For example, that's why I'm working really hard right now as an entrepreneur and more upcoming oh wait, cut this part. Okay, answer again. Of course, it's one of my goals to have my own family in the future. I want my own kids and I am ready to be a great mother for them. I'm not ready right now, but I will be ready in the future, of course. And that's why I'm working really hard right now as an entrepreneur, because I want to work hard right now so that when I have my own family, when I have my own kids, I want to raise my own kids with my own hand. I don't want to give it to someone else so that they will raise it from me, you know? And that's why I'm working hard right now,
Yeah.
because when I have kids, I don't want to be like, leaving my kids in the house and being like, "Oh, I have work. I cannot come. I cannot take care of my kids and stuff like that." I want to be able to give my energy and my time towards my kids because I want to raise them with my own hands. And I think I would be a great mother because even right now, I sometimes work as a teacher for little kids. It's like a couple of times in a week. Well, at first, it's like right now, it's only Wednesdays, but I will also increase the dates. Like I would do a couple of times in a week starting next month. I am teaching uh like I'm teaching music to little kids. They're like about 7, 8, 10-year olds. And I love it. I always feel the pleasure to be able to work with kids because I think that it's something valuable because even when I was a kid, I always remembered the I always remembered my teachers because they were really good to me. And I know that like when they grow up, they will remember me as an important person who was teaching them. I always feel honored when I am able to answer their questions and give them advice about life or future or just anything in general. It feels great. And I love kids so much. So I think I would be a great mother because I had a great my mother is the best mother I have seen in my life. Of course, everyone's mother is the best. I'm not saying that. Of course, everyone has their own point of view with their mother, and of course, your mother is also the best mother for you, and my
No,
mother is
I
the best.
got your point. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I would say that because of my mother, I am the person who I am right now. I am super caring and warm-hearted and welcome, and I love kids. So of course, I want to have kids in the future. I want to be a wife. I want to raise my kids. I want to be the supportive, like the female leader in the family, you know? Other than my
Yeah, yeah,
husband, I
right.
want to take care of my husband as well. I want to bring warm food to the table. Like, I think that's a woman's responsibility, kind of, to take care of the house and the home and the family. The husband is buying the
Right.
ingredients for the house, and the woman is using all the ingredients to give the warm food to the table for the family. The husband brings something, and the woman makes a home with that something that the husband is bringing. You know the point? Like, for example, the
Yeah,
husband is,
definitely.
both are equal, both are doing the same amount of things. But let's say that one buys, let's say, a table to the house, like a kitchen table. I have a kitchen table in front of me right now, a kitchen table, let's say. Then the woman will decorate it and, like, make it feel like a home. The woman will design it and everything, and she will make it a home. If he, let's
Yeah.
say,
Yes.
you get the point. You get the point.
Yeah, I got you. 100%.
It's
And I'm sure about one thing, that you will be the best mother for your children, inshallah. And I'm sure about also your children will proud of you in the future, because you are trying to be your best version for your children also. Like,
my future family, of
it's,
course.
I
Yeah.
think it's a blessing to have, like, as a mother like you know, they will proud of you when they watch this podcast, and I'm sure that they will proud of you. I like, I don't have anything to say, but I'm sure about 100%. Inshallah.
Be happy in their life, then I would say that I failed as a mother, because I'm doing all of this, well, for me, for myself, of course, for my family, and for the kids in the future, for my own family in the future, because I don't want them to go through the same things that I have been through. For example, I want them to have a happy, safe home and life. I want them to enjoy everything. I want them to say that I am proud of my own parents, my mother and my father. I want them to be comfortable and open. I want them to trust me. I want to be able to make them happy and support them as well as I can.
Me and you, met each other on DL, and I forgot to mention about DL. We are the DL students, digital Launchpad students. What made you to join DL?
What made me join DL?
Yes.
Uh, that's a deep story. Well, of course, I have been watching Iman Gotzi on YouTube for a really long time. And it really opened my eyes. Like, I started to realize that there is so much more out there in this world. I could have so much more. I could do so much more. I can see so much more. So why would I want to be like the rest? Why would I, like, put myself in a place where I am treated like a robot, you know? Because that's all that this government and society wants us to do. They want us to act like robots and say yes to everything. And I don't want that. I always felt different, like I told you in the beginning as well. So when I saw the chance that Iman Ghazi was mentioning about about Digital Launchpad, the programs and everything, of course, I had to take the chance. I had to try. I wanted to see if it's really worth it or not, because I have been watching Iman Ghazi for a while now. And it always inspired me to, it opened my eyes. It always inspired me to want more and more and work even harder. And I truly do respect him and admire him, because he did really work hard to achieve his goals in life, to be in the place where he is right now. because I consider him as a really valuable person. Of course, that's how it is. I mean, he really is a valuable person. He has achieved a lot. He went through a hard path, and not everyone can do that. Most people just quit when they see that there's a lot of challenges and they are struggling. But I would say that this is a part of the journey. You fail, you struggle, you have lows, ups and lows and downs and everything. It's just how it is. I joined Digital Launchpad because I was thinking that this could be another door, an opportunity for me that could help me reach my goals. Because I didn't want to live like the rest of the people in the society. I wanted to be different. I wanted more in life. So, of course, if I have a chance to do so, I am more than willing to take the risk. I am more willing to try it out. That's why I joined Digital Launchpad, and I have no regrets since that, because those programs have made me like think outside of the box, like it has opened my eyes. I have increased my network. I have met so many, like, let's say, valuable people. I met you through Digital Launchpad, and I'm so happy and grateful for that, because we wouldn't be having this podcast otherwise. I I started thinking about different business opportunities and making my own jewelry brand, just like I did right now. The progress might be slow, but I still did achieve a lot because of Digital Launchpad and because of the people inside of Digital Launchpad. And I will be also having a link to Digital Launchpad if anyone is interested in joining. Of course, they are more than welcome. I'll be having the link on my Instagram profile. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. And everyone is warmly welcoming everyone. Everyone is supporting each other. It's a great place to start your journey out there. Everyone is like really open-minded, and you can always help each other and support each other, just like we are doing right now. We are helping each other by interviewing each other and doing podcasts. This is helping me, and this is helping you as well. And having the network that we have from Digital Launchpad is really beneficial. It's like something, huge. You can get ideas, creative ideas from each other, and we can learn new stuff. I didn't know how to use Shopify, but a lot of people kind of like helped me to, how to use it and to learn how to make websites on Shopify and everything for my bracelet.
Yes.
Or for drop shipping, for example. I didn't really know much about it, or about sales in general. Everything in Digital Launchpad has been really beneficial for me.
Yeah,
And there's
the
like
course is
over,
so beneficial.
of course, yeah. And there's so many programs, so it's not only one. You can like choose which one is really suitable for you.
What's the worst advice you ever received? Life, about entrepreneurship, or even family?
That's a tricky one. That's a tricky question.
Yeah.
The worst advice is to the worst advice I think I would say, I haven't told that, oh, you should just accept life as the way it is. This is how everyone is
Oh,
living. Like, no. That's like the weirdest advice I have ever heard. Like, I don't want to accept life as the way it is. I'm sorry. If I want to change it, then I will change it. If I don't like it as the way it is, then I will not accept it. I will work hard towards it and make a change that is making me feel comfortable, so I will, be enjoying my life, because everything is your decision, every
yeah.
choice of life. Like everything is in your hands. If you don't like something, then change it. Don't complain about it. You don't have to accept it. Just change it. That's something that like, came to my mind first, but I
That
know
you
that there,
cannot accept.
yeah, you
Yes,
don't have to
yes.
accept it. You can change it.
Do you think that people have strong, strict opinion about one thing, or they can change by the time? What do you think?
People can change if they really want to, and people can change their opinion by the time. I wouldn't say like no one can change their self, or no one can change their opinion, but it might be like sorry, it might be taking time until they change their mind, you know? Because for example, I can say that uh, I am completely different than I was like 4 years ago, for example. I wasn't thinking to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't thinking any of this. I didn't even know what crypto, for example, is. I didn't know what investing meant. I think opinions change over time once you start getting know more about life, or just everything in general. Once you start getting more information and knowledge, once you start experiencing new stuff in life, once you grow up, by the time you grow up and your eyes are getting more opened, and you realize that there's so much more out there, I think that people can change. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
exactly.
opinion, of course, but it always depends on the people, because some people, they have this thing that like they don't want to change, and it's up to them, because if, like I said, if you really want to do something in life, you will do whatever it takes to make it happen. If they don't want to change, then they will not change. That's their own decision. But if you really want to change, then you can change. You can change yourself, you can change your opinion, your mindset.
In my opinion, like some people don't want to change because of what people say, and there are other people like uh don't want to change. They want to be accepted as they are, even this is impossible. I think people always have to be suitable, like to tend to change. I mean, and I agree with your opinion, 100%.
I wanted to say something about what you just said earlier. Uh, Being afraid of what other people think about you and what other people say about you. That's pretty common, because, for example, I was really afraid to start my own bracelet brand, because I was afraid of what people might think about it. I was like, no, it's a
Yeah,
shame.
relatable.
It's like I am not the type of person to like, talk about myself online, for example. I'm not the type of person who would like, post videos about myself on YouTube or Instagram or any of that. I was like, people have not seen me do that. No matter how much it feels like a home, no matter how much I like it, people will always like say something about it. That's what people do. Like,
Yeah,
if you are good at something, if you are bad at something, they will still talk about you. If you wear a cap, they're gonna be like, why are you wearing a cap? Like a hat cap, If you're not wearing a cap, they're like, why are you not wearing a cap? That's just a small, like, little example. Like, people always have their opinion. They always ask, they always have questions. But I always say that why does people's opinions matter in the end? Because you are living for yourself and not for any other people. Like why would you think that those people are not gonna stay in your life for the rest of your life? It's about you, it's about your own life, and it's about your own future. So why should you care? Like if there's
Yeah.
one or two saying and complaining about you, saying something bad about you, like, oh, like you have changed, or you are doing this and that, or shame on you, or this is wrong, why would you care? If it feels right for you, then that's all that matters. If you can see yourself
Uh,
getting something great from it, then why would you stop doing that? Why would you not do that, for example, you know? I was hesitating a lot to like put my Instagram on public. I didn't want my relatives or my like other friends to see me online. I didn't want to post any YouTube videos, but in the end, I was just like, this is me, you know, you have to, if people don't like it, so what? This is me, this is my life. I want to post it. I want to publish more YouTube videos online. I like it. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me happy. And I can see myself succeeding with that. It's going to help me achieve my goals. It's good for my future. So that's the end.
yeah. And I recently saw one reels on Instagram, and there is showing two people,
Yeah.
and they are eating food. After 30 minutes, after 30 minutes, about your funeral, they burn you, and then they are eating and talk about there is less salt.
Yeah.
See, and like no one cares at the end
No
of the
one
day,
cares.
and
We
we
live
have
for that.
right to choose what we want to do.
Exactly. Like you will die, for example. That's not what I meant, but
Yeah.
you're well, you die today. That's a bad example. That's the worst example. Okay. I
But
will
I accept, but I will die one day.
let's say I die today and they're having a funeral for me. And there's food, of course. There is drinks and foods in the funeral for the guests. They will cry until they put me on the ground, 6 meters on the ground. And then after that, it's like nothing ever happened. You know, like they forgot about me in 5 minutes. I don't exist for them anymore. I'm under the ground and they're eating. They came to eat and they're laughing. They're like, oh, she was a great person. And then they're gonna eat. And then after a couple of days, I never
Yeah,
existed. And that's why I say that I want to have my name on something.
yeah,
I want
and
to
they will forget
leave a
about
legacy
you in
behind.
even 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so my final question is, what's your advice for 9 years old Carla?
Say to accept yourself as the way you are, and you don't have to do anything for anyone so that you will be the same as like the rest of them, you know? I would say that accept yourself as the way you are, because as a kid, I always wanted to be just like any other 9-year old. I just wanted to fit in, you know? I bought same clothes,
Yeah.
same merches, same food. I did the same hairstyle just like every other 9-year old at school did, because I was also bullied almost every school year. So I only wanted to fit in. So I would just advise myself to accept myself as a different person, because I was always the different one, you know?
I hope you really enjoy with podcast, and I really appreciate if you click the subscribe button and leave the comments, and do not forget about likes. And this is so big deal for me, and I'm really trying to reach more people, more audience, and I really want to share more knowledge. This is the real reason why I am doing YouTube. Inshallah, we will see in my next podcast, in my next video. Wish you all the best. Bye. Thank you for watching.